Hello out there, how's everyone doing? It's that time again. It's time for another book recommendation. I know, I missed May, I get it. It is now June, so guess what? I'm gonna do two. So the first one I'm gonna do, I was at Barnes & Noble one day. I was actually looking for another book, and I saw this one there. The funny story about this book is I read it actually like 10 years ago. When I read it initially 10 years ago, I thought it was stupid. Of course, my philosophy back then was books are for the birds. I wanted a financial book, and I was kind of looking into that genre of books, and every time I looked up a list on any website, whatever it was, this particular book was always on that list. Top 10, top 20, whatever. This book was usually on that list, and I said, no way, that book, I tried reading that book 10 years ago. In fact, I don't even think I finished reading that book. So I was finally at Barnes & Noble, and I was looking for another book. Wasn't there, and I saw this book. I said, you know what, the book I want isn't here, and I'll get it. So I read it, and I gotta say, it changed my life. I give this book full credit for developing my library, for starting up my library. It led me just to keep reading and keep reading more and get more books and branch out. This book was pretty much the start of my library. Although I had I think like 2 books, maybe 3 prior, but after I read this book, I really took off. So the first book recommendation is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. This book is made up of parables, which are like stories about Babylon, which at the time was the richest city in the world. Very, very good concepts in here. Very good concepts that can still be applied today. This book has helped me a lot. I definitely recommend this book if you're having financial issues. You don't necessarily have to have financial issues. If you just want to learn a little more, read some interesting stories, and learn some good concepts that can be easily applied to your everyday life. So that's my book recommendation for, well, I guess for May. This will be May. Richest Man in Babylon. Really good book. So I'll just move right into the book recommendation for June. This book, actually, it's one of my favorite books. This book was actually the one, when I went to Barnes & Noble, this was the one I was actually looking for. And it wasn't there, so I ended up just ordering online. It became one of my favorite books. I've read it several times now. I listened to it. I have the audiobook, I have digital book, and then I have 2 copies. I have like the newer copy, and then I have the original context. So this book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So this is like the newer, updated version, and this is their original context. Both good. I recommend original context. Every time I read it, I learn something new, and this book is awesome. These 2 books, compared to the other financial books I've read, kind of different. Especially in this one. I mean, it's in story form, but it's really good. It's really good. There you have it. It's like a package. I feel like these books work together. Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich. Pick them up. Let me know what you think. And I know that if you read these in full, that they will help you as much as they helped me. Thank you very much. Please have a wonderful day. Take care.